OVC Football Media Day here in Nashville. Jacksonville State visiting with head coach Jack Crowe. 2012 season just a few weeks away. Let's talk about the schedule first off. You've called it maybe the most ambitious in the history of this league. You start with a top 5 team at the FBS level, and you're going to finish with a team that could be top 10 or even top 5 too.
Right. And in between, we've got our hands full, but you play those games for a reason. You hope that maybe there's some value over and beyond picking up a check. That's what everybody wants to say. But there's a couple of things when you play that kind of, you can rise up to the level of that competition and be better for having played those games, and that's what my approach is going to be.
Well, I talked to some of the other guys from other schools that are here representing their programs today, and they enjoy those games, and our guys are no different, I don't think.
Right. Well, I think there's a lot to be gained in them. I mean, you really can't take the score for what you get out of it, even though we will go there to win them. I mean, I don't want to give anybody the wrong idea. But as long as players are capable of putting that game or preparing for that game like they would any other game, and don't play differently just because that you're in a different kind of environment or matched up somewhat differently. And that's I think we've got enough older players who've been in those kind of games, to sort of set the tone for that.
Let's talk about the league. 8 of the starting quarterbacks back this year for their respective schools. From top to bottom, will the league be the strongest it's been since Jacksonville State's been a member?
I don't think there's any question that the league is better. I think when you got a quarterback, you're capable of winning. And Simo's the only one that doesn't have one, and they're liable to come up with one. You never know, because Tony does a great job. But I think what that goes to is who's going to have the secondary, because I think what's going to be the point of separation is who has a secondary to match, and also who's got the running game and the receivers to go with that quarterback so that he can be effective.
Your pick second behind Eastern Kentucky is that about where you thought it'd be?
I heard at one time we picked third, but yeah, I think. I mean, they're the only team in this league that has has beat us more. We've beaten them, and it's right at break even. But I think it's the one team that you'd have to say has become our rival, even though I don't know. I'm on the outside, it's seen that way. And I don't think we've played our best football against them very often either, which is a disappointment. But we've got to go there, play our best football.
Marquez Ivory coming back from the injury. How important is it for him to stay healthy throughout this season?
Well, he's a difference maker, and his presence has a lot to do with who we are, and it's very important. I think he will. I think he's tough. I think he's had the same thing happen to two ankles. He's tough. I see him being there from beginning to end.
At least at the outset, the offense probably going to be a little bit ahead of the defense, aren't they?
I think it's going to be that way for a while, and one side's got to raise the other one. I think it's better to raise it that way than the other way, to be honest with you. I think defense can catch up with an offense and easier than an offense can catch up with a defense.
And again, this is going to be a young bunch, isn't it?
So 80-20. I mean, 20% of them are third and fourth year players, 80% of them are first and second year players, and that's out of balance. It really is. Very seldom do you have 50-50, but I mean, there's a significant percentage gap between the maturity levels and experience levels. But youth is sometimes malleable, and if it's talented, it can become very exciting. 1982 at Auburn, that's what happened, and we had great leaders. And I think maybe that's what it's going to boil down to is the leadership in the minority that they represent strong enough to bring these guys.
Ready to get it going?
Yes. Yes, I am.
All right. Thank you, sir. Good luck.